our routine, still doing our own thing, and we're definitely going to try to win this first half here tonight, and definitely claim that. But at the end,
which you know very well about, Neil, I'm sure. What about the opportunity? How did it come about for you to become part of this team?
right. So my El Camino coach Grant Palmer played at UCI, and he actually teammates in the past. So I talked to Bo. Bo got me out here, gave me all the details, and then also got connected with Coach Nags. So both of them really helped me getting out here and playing for the Knights. And it's a great opportunity, very excited, and it's been awesome so far.
I was going to ask you to elaborate a little bit on the experience so far, but just even beyond just important summer for you, isn't it? Just in terms of growth and development in your craft, your collegiate experience has been limited by COVID tremendously. So how important is this summer for you?
It's very important. I would like to take it as far as I possibly can, whether that be getting to the next level or going back to my community college with the knowledge that I will get from this. But at the end of the day, it's about the growth every day, getting better, seeing how these guys play, at a Division I level, and getting that opportunity to play with these guys is tremendous for me. Despite the success I may have, it's all comes down to how much work I put in at the end of the day. And I thank the coaches every day for helping me out with that and giving us the tools that we need to get better every day.
Neil Feist, my guest on the pregame show. It looks to me, just watching you work, that each outing, it looks like you are getting better. Does it feel that way to you?
Definitely. Each day I come in with a new mindset of how can I get better, despite if I had a good or bad outing that time. Each day it's like Coach Uni says, who cares what you did last game? It's about what you do today. It's about what you do next, Anyone, could have a good game, but it's all about consistency. And if you can consistently have good games, then I think you're a good ball player.
Neil, last couple of things. Appreciate your time. Torrance, California, El Camino College, that's L.A. Torrance strikes me more as Dodger country than Angels country even.
So, it was definitely hard doing that in the LA community. Everybody, like you said, is almost a Dodgers fan. And, you do get your in their gray, orange, and black unis. I grew up a Buster Posey, a Tim Lincecum fan, and definitely not saying I became a fan because of that dynasty, but it definitely encouraged, liking the Giants, my bad.
How big here for the Giants, and what kind of abuse did you take for that?
Yeah, definitely. So, cool little story. When I was about 12 years old, my mom bought...
That's pretty bold.
Yeah, it is. And he had his little Dodgers hat on, and he tried to protect me. But, it was just for the love of the game.
Last thing, and that is your experience here. You touched on it a little bit, but... all things considered, a SoCal kid being in Corvallis or...
From a big city like LA to, I wouldn't necessarily call it a small town, but a tight town. Definitely a big difference, but honestly, I love the difference. And that's all you can really ask for, and at every game, after the game, we sign balls, and it's cool meeting all the fans, and they're nice.
Good luck the rest of the summer. Thanks for taking time. It was nice to meet your mom the other night. I know they're listening or following tonight, if she may still be here for all I know. My guest, we've got the first pitch just around the corner. The Knights in Ridgefield to settle the South Division Championship. Take all game I've called from Goss this year. A read what unfolds. We're glad you've joined us on 1240 Joe Radio.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you, resources to help you reach your goals, and we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245.
Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old, clean and friendly, that's Highland. Good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. Hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails, and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
along the way, folks, by Mark Banker, who is here tonight. And I got to go, Coach, I got to go. And it was fun to visit. Sticking. Welcome you back in. My apologies. I don't know how long, Garrett, maybe you can tell me how long we were dead. Sell said in Bananas, the loud and demonstrative crowd. And they're not demonstrative yet or even as loud as they're going to. Title game underway with Trent Prokes, Austin Cavanis, and Mikey Kane coming up against Knight's right hand. Things off for the Ridgefield Raptors is now. I don't know if they made another change, and these are things I've got to check out. First pitch missing again, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Now this looks like Austin Cavanis wearing number excuse me, and popped up on the left side in foul territory. Scott and Becerra in pursuit. They can't get it. And the count 2 balls on deck. Mikey Kane to follow. Safea Mavai, the cleanup hitter at first base. Doyle Kane batting 5th in left field. Isaac Lovings hitting. And the designated hitter, Riley McCarthy, the pitch to Prokes, lined into left center field, base hit. Jonah Advincula will play 2 games of the series, gets a hit to open this decisive Game 3. I mentioned earlier, as played now, Prokes a leadoff single to center field. And a lead and misses down and in, ball 1. 1-0. Gartrell 6'4", 215 from Olympia and the University of Port family. Sean Weiss on his way to the University of Hawaii out of George Fox. But Pat is here. His son John turned 37 today. My wife, the 1-0 pitch, missing low and inside to Austin, ball 2, 2-0. Doyle Kane, Mikey Kane, Batke, and Doyle's father, Mikey Kane, at Cal State Northridge back in the mid-'80s in football. The 2-0 pitch, a strike, and the count 2. Get away from me. This guy said, Coach, I got to go. I got to get on the air, and he was sharing some very affectionate in Northridge. Great to see Coach Banker. A 2-hopper that hits the runner. Trent Prokes is out, and that's a break for the Knights in that. Runner out for sure, and Prokes being hit by the batted ball. So 1 away. It was encouraging to visit with Coach Banker about in a position yet of being able to make any sort of official announcement. But again, I keep encouraging you. Mark Banker knew on the Kane front. Mikey Kane, the son of Mike Kane, former player for Mark Banker at Northridge. Inning, no score. The Knights and Ridgefield Raptors to settle the South Division title tonight. Head coach Chris Cota down at third. Names are down in the catching standpoint tonight physically. Gartrell delivers, swung on and missed. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. For the Knights defensively, Joey Gartrell and Kiko Romero, with Tyler Quinn. And kicking ball with the runner going is outside. The throw to second from Kiko is not in time. So Austin Hill, which has had control of the series from the get-go here 2 nights ago. They scored 2 runs in the first and went on to win 11-1. Last night never trailed. 3-night winner take all game, and the South Division title on the line. Joey Gartrell steps off. Breeze is blowing out to left under the sun. Gartrell delivers. Romero drops the ball. He throws to third. The ball goes off the glove of Timo Becerra. When you're down physically, and Kiko Romero has done some catching, and he is giving it his best shot, but the Knights are of their regular catchers all down with injuries, although Tyler Quinn is possible to play tonight. Right field, Ethan Lovelace moving in. This is not deep enough. Lovelace the catch and throws a 1-hopper back into Kiko Romero. Nice job by Joey Gartrell with a runner at third and 1 out to induce contact and get the out. I am going to ask Pat Casey himself if he's willing. Pat, Can you put this on for a minute? Sit right where you are and visit with me for a moment or two? Thank you, Coach. I saw you come up. I don't get the opportunity very often. Can you hear me okay, Pat?
I can hear you
Good.
perfect, man.
Thanks, Pat. Great to see you. John threw a nice strike. He's been well coached through the years on the ceremonial first pitch. Changeup hit slowly to third. Becerra charges, gloves, and throws him out. And the inning is over. Safea Mavai grounds out. We will take a 2-minute break, come back, and visit a little bit with Pat Casey at the ball game with his family tonight. A good job by Joey Gartrell after half an inning. Ridgefield nothing. The Knights coming up back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Looking for someone to service your Volkswagen? Independent Auto Works has been taking care of Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if you need just a part, whether your VW is old or new, air-cooled or water-cooled, Independent Auto Works can help. Give them a call or stop by. They're on 13th Street near the OSU campus in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
It's that time of year again. It's Crazy Days, Thursday through Saturday, July 7th through 9th. Shop the Natty Dresser Crazy Days Sidewalk Sale. It's our biggest clearance sale of the year. Up to 75% off on items throughout the store. Extra small through 3X, all up to 75% off. This is a great time to do back to school or even Christmas shopping at a huge savings. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear and great deals on the corner of 2nd and Broad Albin in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success at Crazy Days.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat-rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the first inning, no score. Good job by Joey Gartrell to get out of a tough situation. Runner at third and one out, puts up the 0. Now right-hander Carlo Flores goes to work against Jonah Advincula and has jumped ahead of the Knights center fielder. No balls and 2 strikes. Jonah will be followed by Spencer Scott in the 2-hole at short. Kiko Romero batting third and catching. Flores sails the strike 2 pitch outside. 1-2 the count. Mason Lee, the cleanup hitter at second. Xander Darby batting fifth, the DH. Titus Dimitru hitting sixth and left. Brady Lavoie batting seventh at first. Timo Becerra hitting eighth at third. And Ethan Lovelace batting ninth and right. Flores delivers. Advincula hooks it foul down towards Casey Corner. And the man for whom it is named is kind enough to join me here for a bit tonight. Pat, great to see you.
Good seeing you, man. Great seeing you.
And your family's here. I see your grandkids. I see Susan. I saw John throw out a first pitch.
That's, he made sure that everybody was going to be here because he only turned 37 once, right?
The pitch on the way. Away, ball 2-2 to Advincula. I don't know if he's received yet. I know that Jamie cut, and I saw Mark and Debbie Banker here a little bit earlier. They're at the ballpark. The 2-2 pitch, a ground ball, bad hop. Safea Mawai stays with it and runs it to the bag himself. One away, and Spencer Scott coming up. But Missy got, John, I understand, has shown some interest in some horses lately. So I don't know if he knows this, but Missy got him a cowboy hat. Has he gotten that yet?
I don't think he's got that yet. But as funny as this morning I saw him, and about 7:30 he gets up, and I said, "Hey, happy birthday!" No, I was born at 3 o'clock. I swear, that's exactly what he said to me. I said, "Man, John, that's pretty good."
You can't doubt him on anything like that. Here's Spencer Scott in the first pitch to the Knight shortstop. Misses high, ball 1-0. I love to see him here, Pat. He's here at almost every game.
I know.
You know that.
Every event,
He doesn't miss a thing, and really never has through his whole life. The best Beaver fan I know. The 1-0 pitch is away, ball 2, 2-0. And how's life for you these days,
It's
Coach?
all right, man. Yeah, it's good. Kind of enjoying doing a few things and been out moving around a little bit and just kind of getting excited for it to get warmed up. A little bit.
Is that coming? You think it is?
I don't know. It's been a long one,
It has. The 2-0 pitch missing to Spencer for ball 3. No score, bottom of the first. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 3-1 to Spencer Scott. Kiko Romero on deck. The Knights had a 3-game lead going into the weekend series as Debbie Banker walks through and says hello to John. The pitch on the way, hit foul off to the right and out of play. 3-2 the count. Speaking of Mark and Debbie, I couldn't believe they were here, and there's Mark. Mark was regaling me with stories of coaching a couple of kids, Mikey Kane and Doyle Kane's father, Mikey, football at Cal State Northridge when Coach Banker was beginning his excellent career as a football coach. The pitch to Scott, whacked to right center field, base hit. Spencer will take a turn and hold as Austin Cavanis gets the ball back in. Nice piece of hitting by Scott. And the Knights, who have not led in the series, hoping to change that here in the bottom of the first. Kiko Romero coming up. As people go, not much better than Mark and Debbie Banker, right?
Yeah, no, great people. And to have them as in-laws is fun. Obviously, he's doing what I'm doing right now, and that's not coaching. And so kind of interesting conversations about that and about things we miss and about things we don't miss.
Kiko Romero at the plate. I was not fully aware of all the circumstances of Mark's, he told me, New Year's Eve sort of departure out of Pullman when it was 2 degrees after the Sun Bowl. It was an interesting tale he was sharing with me. Romero takes a strike in the count 0-1. But, man, I'm going to miss him. I hope that, and same with you, missing you in the coaching world. The strike one pitch to Kiko swung on and missed in the count 0-2. Banks has done such a great job at so many spots, including right here. I don't know if he still wants to coach, but I know the game would miss him if he doesn't come back.
Yeah, no question. And, when he was here and that thing was rolling pretty good. And, it's kind of – that's the one thing that I feel pretty good about is that, all the temptations of, maybe a new venue or doing something different for whatever reason, to be able to do it all at one place and be able to retire at one place is pretty special. It was for me anyway.
Yeah. Kiko Romero fouls one away. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. No score. Bottom of the first. Spencer Scott at first. Held on by Savea Mawai. Out of the stretch works Carlo. He swings and misses, does Romero. Strike 3, 2 down. And Mason Lee will come to the plate. Well, Pat, I don't want to monopolize too much of your time. You're here with your family tonight. What kind of jersey does John have on?
Well, that's an interesting story now. So one of the first coaches I ever met in coaching was Elliot Avent. He was at New Mexico State. And he got ejected, and he threw everything onto the field. It was one of the greatest I ever saw. And we kind of built a relationship because the next night I ran down to argue a call and hit the turfs. Had turfs on, hit the dirt, and slid right into the umpire, and I got ejected. So we had a great relationship. Anyway, we went back and carried recruiting, and he said, I got something for John and Brett too. So he said, sent a bunch of North Carolina State stuff to him, and then he sent him this. When we won the national championship, he sent him that jersey to say, hey, don't forget about me, John. Yeah. So, anyway.
When you say the national championship, which one?
18.
The 18,
yeah.
Okay. The pitch to Mason Lee swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. A throw to first, and it looked as though Safea Mavai was a little surprised by the throw coming when it did from Carlo Flores getting the start for Ridgefield in this huge game, one of the biggest regular season games the Knights have had through their outstanding run of summers in this beautiful ballpark. The pitch is a check swing foul back by Lee in the count. When the Knights came here, 07, 08, 09, you would come through the ballpark kind of checking things out and spend some time with me on these broadcasts. It's been a little while now since we've had a chance to visit during a Knights ball game. 1-2 the count. Flores ready and delivers. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. We'll pick up on that a little bit and also want to kind of get your thoughts as one observing the world of college baseball, football, basketball,
athletics.
College athletics. Yeah. I'd love to get your thoughts on that as we go to the second. The Knights leave 1, after 1. Ridgefield nothing, the Knights nothing, with the South Division title on the line on 1240 Joe Radio.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you going to start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
It's that time of year again. It's Crazy Days. Thursday through Saturday, July 7th through 9th. Shop the Natty Dresser Crazy Days Sidewalk Sale. It's our biggest clearance sale of the year. Up to 75% off on items throughout the store. Extra small through 3X. All up to 75% off. This is a great time to do back to school or even Christmas shopping at a huge savings. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear and great deals on the corner of 2nd and Broad Albin in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success at Crazy Days.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Back at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, no scores. We go to the top of the second inning. Joey Gartrell's first pitch is to Doyle Kane, the right-hand hitting left fielder, and he swings at it, hits a fly ball virtually in the tracks of Knight center fielder Jonah Advincula. One pitch, one gone, no score. Top of the second, Isaac Lovings, the right-hand hitting catcher, coming up against Joey Gartrell, with the Knights and Raptors battling for the South Division title tonight. Gartrell delivers a strike, 0-1 the count. Honored to be joined by Pat Casey here in our broadcast perch that I've enjoyed for Knights baseball going back to the summer of 2007. We were talking a little bit about that, Pat, before the break. The strike one pitch on the way, swung on and fouled at the plate. This has been a tremendous addition to our Corvallis life. The Knights have, right?
Unbelievable. Yeah, really, the whole thing, atmosphere here is phenomenal. I know everybody heard what Butch Thompson had to say from Auburn about, that he was told that this was one of the best venues in the country, not just on the West Coast, but in the country. And he said on national television that that's exactly what it was, and it was his bucket list. And he texted me and said I meant everything I said, so that was cool. And Dan Siegel's done such a great job with the Knights, and of course having the Knights involved and how it all came about. And it's just we've morphed into one another. The Knights can really relate to Goss Stadium, and we wait for him to come as a community, and it's a good way for us to get rid of that emptiness when baseball season's over.
1-2 the count, one out. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike three, two away. Isaac Lovings goes down. Riley McCarthy, the batter, no score in the top of the second. And Coach Thompson not only said the atmosphere was all that he'd heard, he used the phrase, quote unquote, the best I've ever seen, which is really high praise given to all the ballparks in the SEC and everywhere he's been. But he told you he meant every word of it.
He texted me and said that, and then he had heard that from Tim Corbin when he came here in 17, and Corb's told me the same thing. He said, gee, I thought it was, I've been into Arkansas and LSU, but he goes, man, it was an amazing case. And so tribute to our fans, our players, our commitment to making this what it is, and the continued commitment.
First pitch missing to Riley McCarthy, 1-0 the count, two down, nobody on. Gartrell hits the corner with the fastball to even the count at 1-1. Two outs, nobody on, no score in the second. Pat Casey joining me here for a little bit longer. He's got a lot of family here tonight. The grandkids are roaming around in the seats. Reminds me of when Ellie and Liddy, my girls, were little, roaming around in those early days with you. When Goss first opened in 1999, the pitch just outside and the count 2-1. This ballpark, this place, since those days, Pat, it's unbelievable to think about.
It's unbelievable, man, and the memories and the people. And, Yeah, my Ellie was running through the cylinder that had the tarp in 95, 96, 97 when we had the tarp. She could run through that little cylinder. So, anyway.
Yeah, they've grown up here, haven't they?
They've grown up here.
The pitch to Riley McCarthy, a soft liner, grabbed by Spencer Scott. And down go the Raptors in order in the second. A little more with Coach Casey coming up when we go to the bottom of the second. The Raptors and Knights scoreless on 1240 Joe Radio.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches, and breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
1240 Joe Radio.
No score to the bottom of the second inning on a beautiful night at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The Knights and Raptors scoreless, leading things off. Xander Darby against Carlo Flores. The first pitch from Carlos missing. The 1-0 pitch to Xander hit foul to the left and out of play between the banners of Kevin Gunderson, Mickey Riley, Michael Conforto. The way the ballpark is decorated, Darby hits one deep and foul down the right field side and to Casey corner. The count 1-2. Pat Casey joining me here. I don't know whose idea that was, all the banners, Coach, but I look around. There's Andrew Moore, Cole Gillespie, Jonah Nickerson. But I'm glad Mickey's represented in that group, too. He and that family, very important to Oregon State baseball historically.
No question about it, man. No question about it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jack and Jack's belief in me. And, of course, Mickey was a heck of a player, and he coached here as well. And, those banners, those were an idea we had as a staff that we wanted to get the alumni more involved and to recognize players. I think it's pretty cool when, someone can walk through here and see their dad's name up there that,
Yeah.
Because, we've had so much success in the recent era that, people don't, I think, remember some of the, there's some pretty damn good teams here.
Well, right behind you is Mark Newell.
Yeah. Oh, God. I was just talking about him the other night, how filthy I saw B.R. Cook. He came and brought his daughter to basketball camp, or she was playing in a tournament.
1-2 pitch is lifted to left center, playable for Cavanis. He backpedals to make the catch, one away. Titus Dimitru, the batter.
So I saw him. We were talking about how filthy Newell was. We went to Oklahoma and shut out Oklahoma, and then, of course, he got hurt. But, even by Jimmy Wilson, seeing his name up there, or, anybody that's played here that's had Mike Thurman. And you can go, obviously, you can go back to Brundage and that era, Kenny Bowen and stuff. And, Jack was a heck of a coach, man.
The pitch to Titus Dimitru misses inside, ball one. Flores comes back and misses down and away. 2-0 the count, one out, nobody on, no score in the second. Since you brought up Big Jim Wilson, his 21 homers in 82 in 44 games has stood the test of time. The pitch is in there for a strike, even with guys like Conforto and Adley and Trevor Lornick making a run at it. I find it amazing, Jimmy, what power he must have had, Pat, what power he must have had, the pitch missing and the count 3-1. That was a big fence, 355 feet down the line in those days, and he hit 21 in 44 games.
No, that part's incredible.
The 3-1 pitch here is lifted to right and playable. Trent Prokes is there, makes the catch, 2 down.
I would say that a guy like Conforto didn't have a chance. Back then, the way it was designed, you played most of your games against Northwest teams, including Linfield and that kind of, so, they're all everybody, that's why you never compare. Everybody always want to know, hey, who's your all-star team? And I would say, that you can't do that. The game changes, it evolves, it's in flux. And, Jimmy was probably using a bat that couldn't even be used now. It probably wouldn't even have the same type of exit velocity. They were terrible there because I was using like B2 thumpers or something. You know what I mean? Oh, it was like going up there with a.
The pitch on the way, 0-1 to Lavoie, misses down and away in the count, 1-1. So what did you use at Portland in your day?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They had Tennessee thumper, and they didn't have the weight on them. They just had a number, B2, C3. So you didn't even know what you were swinging. Easton had a bat then, but for Jimmy to do that with that kind of equipment, and in the weather, was he started earlier. So, but anyway, he was one heck of a hitter, I can tell you that.
Pat, I'm going to turn you loose here, and we'll keep things here. And Garrett, don't worry, we'll get all the breaks in. I promise you. As we go to the third, Brady Lavoie grounds out. I want to get you back to your family, and thank you for coming up. But before you go,
yes, sir.
What you built, what the program is, what Mitch has been doing and carrying it on. One went away from Omaha this year. Beaver baseball is a great brand. Oregon State athletics, through the history of our conference, has been a tremendous contributor and brand. As one who's proud, Pat, of everything that's been accomplished around here in the athletic world, what are your thoughts about where we are right now in the world?
Well, you're probably talking about what's going on with this
defections.
This realignment. And I think it's natural that the student athletes don't want to be student athletes anymore. They want to be student paid athletes, and therefore we, as institutions, I'm assuming, have to adhere to that. And therefore, there's huge money going on. Contracts are going to get bigger. People can leave when they want. They can play for who they want. It's kind of like free agency with no limitation. You don't sign a contract for 4 years like in professional sports, and you got to stay, and then you're free agent. You're a free agent the minute you walk in the door. I think it makes it difficult, but that's why, in my opinion, you're seeing these conferences decide, hey, we've got to become a power conference. The contracts are going to be huge. I think you're going to see Oregon State in one of those conferences in some fashion, and I believe in what we're doing here.
You do think that Oregon State, Washington State, the schools that aren't talked about a whole lot in the midst of movement and realignment, even if the Pac-12 dissolves as we know it, you still think there's going to be a merger that's going to keep Oregon State in a good place?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I think that Oregon State and, Oregon State is, like you said, our gymnastics program, our baseball program, our football program is really coming. There's a lot of good things happening. I just think there's some similar schools out there. Let's just look at the ACC. Let's talk about Virginia Techs of the world, and let's talk about the Pittsburghs of the world. They're not much different than us. So maybe that's a conference that we, if it happens. I don't know what'll happen. I know that there's going to be a lot of movement, in my opinion, and there's going to be a lot of teams going into the Big 12, the Big 10, and the SEC gets to do whatever they want to do, and good for them, man. They kind of earned that.
The strike two pitcher to Kirkpatrick, a comebacker fielded by Joey Gartrell, who underhands to Brady Lavoie at first for the out. One away. Travis Welker, the batter, no score, top of the third inning. We'll wrap things up with Coach Casey after this, during this half inning, and appreciate you hanging around a little bit, Pat, with Travis Welker coming up. I mentioned Mitch and the year the Beavers just had. It was a tremendous year. You came up this short, but I thought that was a great run that they had.
Oh, it was, and that's the thing that's a little bit disappointing when, people will talk about, we
how disappointed we are.
Yeah, and you know what though? But there's a part of me that feels that's good. If you have a fan base that is so into it that they're disappointed that you lose in a super regional, that part of it is really good. Mm-hmm. The realistic part of this thing is that Oregon State baseball program had a tremendous year, one of the best years of anybody in the country, as well as did Tennessee. Yeah. And so baseball is a very fickle game. This isn't, if Alabama played Cal Poly, they would beat them 100 times out of 100. if we played Cal Poly in baseball, we might beat them 80 out of 100.
Right. You're going to lose 20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and not even might be. That's just
Yeah.
the nature of baseball. That's why you play so many games. That's why teams that win 100 games in the major leagues are like, you're going, that team is crazy. Well, they lost 62.
Right.
And so winning and losing is about winning and losing the right games. You know, and
Travis Welker flies out to center field. I mentioned some of the names around here, Coach. I know you hear from Conforto. You hear from some of these guys a lot. They stay in touch. I talked to Andrew recently, one of the great souls ever to put on the Beaver gear here. But how about Adley Rutschman? How proud are you of what that young man is up to? Here's the pitch on the way, a line drive at Spencer Scott, who makes the catch and Prokes is out. We'll close on that note, Pat. What about Adley?
Can't speak highly enough. I hit a home run tonight, first home run at Camden Yards.
Yeah.
Went up to Seattle. Everybody said, "Oh, you're going to stick around at the game?" I said, "Hell no." He's got every friend, every family. This is time.
But you did go see him.
Oh, absolutely. Susan and I sat behind home plate. Sat right there, had the best seats, and watched him play. And I just can't tell you how happy I was. I was happy for his grandfather, Ad. I was happy for his mom and dad. Rutsch has got it, man. You know, you're talking about a guy, in my opinion, who's going to play in multiple All-Star games, and he's going to be a guy who's going to come back, and you're going to see him run around here just giving back to Oregon State and being a great human being.
Pat, thanks for coming by. Great
Love
to see you,
seeing
Coach.
you, Mike.
Thank
Love
you,
you, bud.
Pat. Pat Casey joining me. We take a break. The line drive to shortstop caught. We go to the bottom of the third. Still, Corvallis and Ridgefield scoreless. 12:40, Joe Radio.
If you're fed up with dirty grout lines, maybe it's time to consider cultured marble. Hi, I'm Katie Albin at Albin's Plumbing in Corvallis. Cultured marble is an affordable way to get the look of marble, and the best part is, no grout lines, affordable and easy to maintain. Come by our showroom on 9th Street in Corvallis and see the beautiful look of cultured marble.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing. For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that.
Hey, Garrett, I didn't want to keep taking breaks and not finish that up with Pat, so I'll make it up to you as we go. So we'll get some pitching changes and things, and we'll make up for the lost break. And yeah, no, I got you.
The Corvallis Knights
is this the last 30?
Having won 5 straight West
okay,
Coast
thank you.
Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the third inning, no score. Carlo Flores delivering the strike 2 pitch to Timo Becerra, down and away. 1-2 the count. That's the first time in many a summer that the great Pat Casey, a good friend and one of the great coaches in the history of college baseball and here at Oregon State, has been by and come up and said hello. And so I guess a part of me apologizes. We kind of lost a little bit of the thread of the game and didn't take a break and all of that, but a rare opportunity to visit with a great man and one of the great coaches of all time. The 2-2 pitch to Timo Becerra pulled foul outside of third, and the count 2-2. No score, bottom of the third inning. Timo Becerra, Ethan Lovelace, and Jonah Advincula against Raptors right-hander Carlo Flores. He and Joey Gartrell are locked in an early pitcher's duel, and that's not surprising. It's sort of what we expected between the two with the South Division title on the line here tonight. Becerra gets a little piece of it and fouls it off. So it's Flores and Isaac Lovings, the battery for the Raptors. Safea Mavai at first. Nate Kirkpatrick at second. Mikey Kane at short. Travis Welker at third. Doyle Kane in left. Austin Cavanis in center. Trent Prokes in right. Becerra hits one high and deep to left. Doyle Kane back to the track, to the fence. So long! Timo Becerra with a great at-bat wins the battle and hits it out. And the Knights lead it 1-0. Becerra was down in the count 0-2 and just kept fighting pitches off. And Timo delivers a home run, his second as a Corvallis Knight. The Knights lead it 1-0. Ethan Lovelace lays down a bunt up along third. Glove by Welker. The throw to first is in time. Nice play by Travis Welker. He even got away with a slight juggle on charging the ball. And Ethan Lovelace, after the home run, was in a sense, I think, and shrewdly, trying to catch the Raptors a little bit off guard. One away, and the batter will be Jonah Advincula. And the third baseman who just made the play, Travis Welker, came up a little bit ailing. Now he's walking under his own power back towards his position at third. It was an excellent play on Welker's part. And he retires Lovelace, who tried to bunt for a hit on the first pitch. And that is a good idea in that you've just given up a home run. And, you know, whether you're hanging your head a little bit or kind of contemplating the long ball, Ethan plays the short game and tries to bunt for a hit, and Welker was ready and made a good play. One gone. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Knights on the home run by Timo Becerra. Now Jonah Advincula, the batter. He swings and lifts one to right center field. Austin Cavanis will have to play it on a hop. Advincula takes a turn and holds. And the Knights, with their first lead of this series, now trying to build a little bit of momentum. Becerra's home run giving the Knights the 1-0 advantage. Jonah Advincula at first base with the one-out single. Jonah, the team leader in stolen bases, tied in that category with the hitter at the plate now, Spencer Scott. Spencer and Jonah each have 9. Advincula has been caught 4 times. Scott is 9 for 9. Advincula gets his lead. The pitch to Spencer in there for a strike. Spencer singled to center field in the first. We're in the bottom of the third, 1-0 Knights in this de facto championship game tonight at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The winner wins the South and home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. There goes Advincula. The pitch gets through. The catcher, Isaac Lovings. Advincula's on his way to third, and he will get there. A stolen base for Jonah and goes to third on the wild pitch. And Spencer Scott, now with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike, has a chance to add to the Knights' lead. Good jump by Advincula. Lovings was not going to get him, even if Isaac had received the pitch cleanly. Advincula with his 10th steal of the year. Coach Cota instructs his infielders to play all the way in on the edge of the green. The 1-1 pitch to Spencer Scott misses down and away. Ball 2, 2-1. Kiko Romero on deck, 1-0 Knights. Bottom of the third inning. On a pleasant summer evening, a good crowd on hand, and a crowd that is aware of the shot tonight. What's at stake? A South Division title. Out of the stretch works Carlo. Ground ball to short, and playing the infield in will keep the run from scoring. Mikey Kane takes it off the turf and throws his opposite number out. 2 down. Kiko Romero, the batter. 1-0, and that just tells you how important this ball game is to both clubs, but certainly in the case of Chris Cota's team on the defense now after giving up a run, pull the infield in the third inning, make sure they don't fall behind any further, and they get the out they needed. Now Kiko Romero, the batter, first ball swinging, fouls it straight back, 0-1 the count. Kiko struck out in the first. Timo Becerra, a home run to give the Knights their first lead in this 3-game set, the 14th home run of the season for the Knights. Ridgefield, a robust offense, hitting as a team .300, has 22 homers. The strike 1 pitch to Kiko, knee high on the inside corner from Flores. The count 0-2. The Raptors at .300 as a club. The Knights at .261. Corvallis' team earned run average is the best in the West Coast League at 2.62. The strike 2 pitch to Kiko in the turf with Advincula at third, 2 down. 1-0 Knights. Ridgefield's team earned run average considerably higher at 4.32. Flores is making his third start. He's worked 8 1/3 innings coming in, 7 hits, 5 runs, only 2 earned, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Kiko Romero. Jonah Advincula at third. Flores from the stretch. Misses high and away. Ball 2. 2-2. The winner of this ball game claims the first half South Division championship and thus will be the 1 seed in the playoffs that begin in mid-August and have home field advantage in the first round, regardless of what happens in the second half, which starts tomorrow. Kiko gets on a pitch, but a little early and hooks it foul, well beyond Casey corner. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. So there's a lot at stake here. If the loser of this game gets a fresh start, everybody gets a fresh start, a 0-0 record beginning tomorrow with the second half. For the Knights, it begins in Bend. But the winner is in an enviable position. The 2-2 pitch to Kiko, taken down and in, ball 3, 3-2. It means that no matter what happens over the next 26 games in the second half of play, you're in the postseason and have home field advantage in the first round. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Flores to the plate outside for ball 4. The Knights have had some good at-bats in the inning against Carlo Flores. In that, Timo Becerra was down in the count 0-2 and homered. Kiko Romero down in the count 0-2 and works a walk out of Flores. And now Mason Lee, the cleanup hitter to the plate for the Knights, with runners at first and third and 2 down. Mason Lee at 257 with 11 runs batted in. 1-0 Knights in the bottom of the third inning. And we'll see with the speedy Advincula at third whether Coach Knight, coaching at third base, Ed Nags coaching at first, might put a first and third sort of play on to put some pressure on the Ridgefield defense. We'll see. Flores delivers. The pitch is drilled to left center field. Back goes Cavanis, has a play near the warning track, makes the catch. And the Knights settle for the leadoff home run, and a good job of pitching thus by Carlo Flores to minimize damage. He does give up the homer. The Knights have their first lead of the series. And we go to the 4th. Corvallis 1, Ridgefield 0 on 1240 Joe Radio. Make this a 2-minute break just to start catching up. Make it 2, Garrett. Okay, thank you.
For every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 3 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, the Knights 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. Ridgefield no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Austin Cavanis takes a strike from Knights right-hander Joey Gartrell to open the 4th. The 0-1 pitch lifted high in the air to center and playable for Jonah Advincula. Fights the sun a little bit, shields it with his glove, and is able to put it away. 2 pitches in, 1 out, and Mikey Kane will be the hitter. Breeze is blowing out towards left center, and a pretty tough sun field with the configuration here at Goss. Looking out south and looking out to the southeast, not necessarily the traditional or desired layout of a ballpark. Most ballparks, and in fact even in the rule book, it asks that most should have a looking out with a north-northeast configuration. It's not quite that here, and so the sun is a tough one for the left fielder in particular, and it was for Advincula. Titus Dimitru shielding the sun with his glove as Gartrell comes with a 1-0 pitch to Kane, low and away, ball 2, 2-0. That was desirable because of the preponderance of right-handed hitters, believing that if there was going to be a tough sun field, let it be the right fielder who has to deal with it because fewer balls would come his way. Gartrell misses to Kane with a 2-0 pitch, ball 3. 1-0 Knights, top of the 4th inning. Sophia Mavai, the on-deck hitter. Gartrell turns and comes with a 3-0 pitch down the middle for a strike, and the count 3-1 to Mikey Kane, who flied to right field in his first at-bat. Timo Becerra, a home run to lead off the bottom of the 3rd, the only run of this ball game. The 3-1 pitch taken for a strike. Gartrell trying to come all the way back. 3-2 the count. Joey getting the start in this championship game. 12 1/3 innings coming in, 8 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.45. Delivers 3-2, and that's lifted to left center field. Advincula moving in on this one and has a bead on it, now a glove on it, 2 down. Sophia Mavai will be the hitter, and that's excellent work on the part of Gartrell to not give in. Down in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Comes back to get Mikey Kane. Sophia at the plate. And Mawai grounded out to third in his first at-bat. The left-handed hitter swings at the first pitch, lifts it to left field. Tough sun for Dimitru. He finds the ball and makes the catch, and the inning is over. 3 quick fly ball outs in the inning, and down go the Raptors in order in the 4th. A 2-minute pitching change break as we try to catch up a little bit. After 3.5, the Knights won, the Raptors nothing. 12:40, Joe Radio.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Hey veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 1-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
1240 Joe Radio.
The new pitcher for the Ridgefield Raptors as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Right-hander Chaz McWilliams, 6'1", 190, out of San Bernardino. And Riverside City College takes over for Carlo Flores, who gave up a home run to lead off last inning to Timo Becerra. Then had Spencer Scott at third with one out and worked out of it. It's 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. McWilliams to the plate. Darby swings and misses. Xander flied to center field in his first at-bat. Chaz McWilliams getting the baseball in this championship game to settle the first half of the South. The strike one pitch to Xander, lifted foul to the left and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Xander Darby, Titus Dimitru, and Brady Lavoie in the bottom of the fourth inning. Becerra hitting a home run to lead things off last inning, and that's the only run of the game. The Knights have found runs difficult to come by. Just 1 run 2 nights ago, no runs last night, and only 1 tonight. McWilliams delivers high and away, 1-2 the count. It has been a tremendous series for Ridgefield. The Knights with a magic number of 1 going into it to clinch the South. And here we are with tonight the winner-take-all game. So a great job by Ridgefield, in particular here 2 nights ago to win big, 11-1. 1-0 Knights here in the fourth. McWilliams to the plate. Darby swings and dunks it into left center field for a base hit. Doyle Kane plays it on a couple of hops. A new pitcher in, but similar results in that the Knights' 2-strike approach has been very impressive this evening. Another good job in that regard by Darby. Down in the count 0-2 and is able to go down and get a 1-2 pitch and dunk it into left center field. Titus Dimitru, the hitter. Titus flied to right field in the second. Darby held on at first by Savea Mawai. McWilliams to the plate, a bunt. In the air, foul. No balls and 1 strike the count. And it appeared as though Brook was putting the sacrifice on for Dimitru. McWilliams is rather slow to the plate. A lot of arms and legs, and there goes Darby. The pitch is swung on and missed, and the throw to second, not in time. And that's a good bit of work. It's a hit-and-run play, but Darby recognized how slow McWilliams was to the plate. So did Brook. No slide step from Chaz, a lot of arm and leg motion. And so Darby stealing it on the pitcher, Chaz McWilliams, and is in scoring position. Dimitru protecting Darby with a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Now Titus trying to get Darby moved. Brady Lavoie on deck. Dimitru with a job to do here. Shorten up, try to get the ball on the ground on the right side at least. Takes a look at a breaking ball in the turf. 1-2 the count to Titus, starting the night at 292. 14 runs batted in for Titus Dimitru. Eli Kennel leads the club with 18. Eli not in the lineup tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dimitru. With Xander Darby at second, nobody out. 1-0 Knights in the fourth. Chaz McWilliams out of the stretch. Kicks and comes to the plate, and it's in the turf again. Ball 2, 2-2. The Knights begin a 9-game road trip in league play. Heading off to Bend for 3 starting tomorrow night. We'll have it for you on 1240 Joe Radio. All 3 games, 6:35 tomorrow and Saturday, 5:05 on Sunday. I will not make the trip to Edmonton, to my regret. I'd love to go to the beautiful Gateway City, Gateway to the north. I mean, they call themselves the Gateway to the north. Now, they're talking about Yukon country and all that north of them. Edmonton, the gateway to the north, as if you're not pretty far north already. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dimitru, who swings and pops it up on the right side on the infield. Second baseman Nate Kirkpatrick puts it away, and Titus, I'm sure, disappointed that he hit the ball in the air that way rather than on the ground, because that leaves Darby at second with 1 out and brings Brady Lavoie to the plate. Brady will try to pick Titus up now with a base hit and drive in Darby in the process. 1-0 Knights, bottom of the 4th inning. The Knights then come down for 3 in Wenatchee, which is pretty far north. But they go to Edmonton for 3. Beautiful Edmonton, Alberta, and I certainly do regret not being able to go on the trip. What a beautiful city it is. Lavoie swings and fouls one back in the count 0-1. I haven't seen it since 1989, but got to go 3 consecutive years, a couple of times each year, 87, 88, and 89, to Edmonton, Alberta, and it is a gorgeous city, as is Calgary, part of the Pacific Coast League at that time, too. Pat Casey playing ball up there in Calgary and made that trip to Edmonton many times in his days there. The strike 1 off speed, waved at and missed by Lavoie. 0-2 the count. 1-0 Knights in the bottom of the 4th. Xander Darby at second, 1 out. McWilliams has worked 6 2/3 coming in. 4 hits, just 1 run, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts, an earned run average of 1.35. He meets with his battery mate halfway between the mound and home plate, Isaac Lovings, for a chat with McWilliams. With a count 0-2 on Lavoie. Timo Becerra on deck. Timo homered last inning. That's the game's lone run. Now Lavoie trying to follow his teammates with a good 2-strike approach here. Xander Darby at second, 1 out. Chaz McWilliams leaning in to get the sign from Lovings. The 6'1" right-hander straightens up. Big RBI opportunity. Darby's going to third. The pitch is outside. The throw goes into the batter. And on the check swing, no swing. Is into third. And it's McWilliams' big motion to the plate that has cost him a couple of stolen bases. Chaz doesn't slide step at all. Takes a long time to get to the plate, and Darby's taken advantage of it with 2 steals in the inning. The infield in again now for Ridgefield. 1-2 to Lavoie. Brady swings and misses, strike 3, 2 down. That's 2 innings in a row, and the Ridgefield dugout erupts in noise after the Knights had gotten pretty fired up to have a runner at third with less than 2 down, and it's Ridgefield, the very next pitch. You can hear them yawping in the dugout on the first base side. This is a battle for the South Division title tonight. And for the second straight inning, a tremendous job by the Ridgefield pitcher. With a runner at third and less than 2, they've been able to get outs. Last inning it was Flores, and now McWilliams striking out Lavoie. Here's Timo Becerra looking for his second RBI of the ballgame. And he tried to check his swing but went around in the count 0-1. Timo fought back from an 0-2 count before homering to left on a 2-2 pitch last inning. That's the game's lone run. We're in the bottom of the 4th with the winner division and home field advantage in the first round. Becerra swings at the strike 1 pitch, a fly ball to right field. Coming to get it is Trent Prokes. And for the second straight inning, the Knights have had a runner at third with 1 out and left him. And they hope it doesn't come back to bite them. This game is pretty exacting, and that type of thing usually does come back to hurt you. We are at the end of 4. The Knights 1 and Ridgefield nothing. On 1240 Joe Radio. I'm good. Thanks, Gary.
The
Let's go
versatile
90
Kubota
here.
B-Series
90 on
is
this
a
one.
Do-it-all tractor.
Got it.
Part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. You can run powerful attachments that can be easily switched out. The Kubota B-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
We said entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
12.
Back up the middle into center field, base hit, and did not hit it hard, but found a hole straight up the middle on the first pitch of the fifth and represents the tying run as he arrives at first base with the leadoff single, just the second hit for Ridgefield. The Knights lead it 1-0. Isaac Loving's the batter. Isaac struck out against Gartrell in his first at-bat, and this first pitch is through the wickets of Kiko Romero to the backstop on a wild pitch. And after leaving 2 innings in a row, runner at third in less than 2, Ridgefield is about to make the Knights pay for it. A base hit, a wild pitch, runner at second, nobody out, 1-0 to Isaac Lovings. Riley McCarthy on deck. Joey Gartrell has pitched very well. The right-hander to the plate, fastball in there for a strike, and the count 1-1. Not exactly sure what the 50-50 raffle is tonight. Shirley Worth is here, and I'd like Shirley to come on up and perhaps apprise me of what it is that's going on. Never did get the full script delivered, and it's hard for me to always know everything that's going on. Who are you working with, Shirley? Ron Merrick. Yeah. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hey, Ron. Hang on just a second. Joey Gartrell out of the stretch, delivers in the turf, ball 2, 2-2. And let me see what I got here. How about this? Can you give me $6 worth of those raffle tickets, please? Can you do that? Okay, there we go. Don't even know what I'm buying, but I'm going to find out here shortly. The 2-2 pitch to Loving, swung on and missed, strike 3. If Shirley Worth's behind it and Ron Merrick, then I know it's a good thing, but I still don't quite know exactly what it is. One away. What are these for?
The educational programs at the museum.
Oh, the Corvallis Museum? Excellent. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shirley. The Corvallis Museum, a fundraiser for the great new entity that I know that it's a wonderful thing to have downtown. And it's been a little bit slow in terms of the pandemic. Now a ground ball base hit to right field, rounding third and coming in to score. The tying run is Doyle Kane on the base hit to right by Riley McCarthy, and the game is tied at 1. Doyle Kane coming in to score, and it's a 1-1 tie. The batter will be Nate Kirkpatrick. Corvallis Museum becoming a fixture and entrenched in the community, and anything we can do to help here tonight, we encourage you to get those raffle tickets. I also prophesied to you that they were about to make the Knights pay, and they have. The pitch to Nate Kirkpatrick hit into foul territory. Brady Lavoie is there to make the catch, 2 down, and Travis Welker the hitter. The game is, and Pat Casey talked about it when he was here, it is a difficult thing. Bruce Coburn, in one of his great songs, said that in quoting somebody that he met in Germany who said, it's hard to live. Well, it's a brilliant statement. It's true. That person that Bruce met in Germany spoke truly. It's hard to live. Baseball, it's hard to win games. And the thing is, it usually finds a way. The game will make you pay if you don't quite execute when you should. Breaking ball, have run third and one out and not get either one of them home. You just felt like, okay, something's going to come around and get you, and it has. A 1-1 tie here in the fifth. Welker takes low and inside, and the count 1-1. A leadoff single for Doyle Kane to second on a wild pitch. Isaac Loving struck out. Riley McCarthy a single to right to get the ball game even. Riley being held on by Brady Lavoie. Travis Welker with a count of 1-1 strike in a good ball game between two good teams in a battle for the South Division title tonight here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. 1-1 to Travis Welker. Trent Prokes on deck. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. And the count goes to 1-2. Continues to be a very bright, sunny, particularly for Titus Dimitru dealing with it out in left. The breeze is blowing out to left field. The 1-2 pitch on the way, a ground ball to short. Spencer Scott up with it and shovels to Mason Lee at second for the force, and the inning is over. But a nice job by Ridgefield. The Raptors trying to win and spoil a playoff party here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. They get a run to pull even on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. At the end of 4.5, a 1-1 tie, the Raptors and the Knights for the South Division title on 1240 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185 and get in the game.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
I was there in the living room reading a book when I heard a terrible sound. When are you gonna start planting those trees and getting the backyard ready for our daughter's wedding? I'll do it, but not today. I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I know the guys at Philomath Rental, they'll show me what to do. Since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh, darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
1240 Joe Radio.
A 1-1 tie, bottom of the 5th inning. Chaz McWilliams sails his first pitch to Ethan Lovelace of the Knights away. Ball 1, 1-0. Ethan Lovelace, Jonah Advincula, and Spencer Scott against Chaz McWilliams. The right-hander taking over for the starter, Carlo Flores, in this. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Ethan Lovelace grounded to third in his first at-bat. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ethan to lead things off against Chaz McWilliams, who kicks and delivers, and it's swung on and fouled back by Ethan. The count 1-2. John Casey just came by between innings, so it's been a pleasure to have the Casey family up here in our adjacent broadcast area to the McGrath family press box. John celebrating his 37th birthday here. Brett is here with their 2 children, Carter and Sutton. Brett married to Jamie banker, and I mentioned Mark and Debbie here. Mark, the outstanding coach for so many years here. In fact, guys on the staff now, he coached Jonathan Smith and Trent Bray. The pitch missing outside, ball 2-2 to Ethan Lovelace. A 1-1 tie, bottom of the 5th inning. Chaz McWilliams works out of the stretch with nobody on. Kicks and comes 1-2, breaking ball. Pops up and away, in and out of the mitt of Isaac Lovings, and the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. One of the biggest regular season games we've seen through the years in this park. The Knights have never missed the postseason. If they win tonight, they're in again for a 15th straight summer. 3 balls and 2 strikes. McWilliams to the plate. Lovelace fights it off. Nice job getting a piece of it to stay alive. And even if the Knights do not win tonight, they still have the whole of the second half, which begins tomorrow in Bend, to play their way into the money again, so to speak. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ethan Lovelace battling Chaz McWilliams to open the bottom of the 5th in this 1-1 tie. Swung on and missed, but the ball gets away from Isaac Lovings. A strikeout wild pitch, and Ethan Lovelace is aboard. Lovings, when he turned to go after the ball, ran into the home plate umpire, but he was not going to have a chance to get Lovelace anyway. Strikeout wild pitch. Jonah Advincula, the batter. And Brooke Knight considering his options here now. I think you've got to let Advincula hit away, at least, coaching from the booth, my apologies, the late Eddie Payne. Outstanding basketball coach for the Beavers and then at USC Upstate. Told me once, he said, Mike, I like you. Why? Well, you don't coach from the booth. Advincula, he didn't hear all of the broadcasts, I can tell you that. The pitch to Advincula, showing bunt, is high, ball 1-0. Jonah's a .333 hitter. He does not have a sacrifice on the season. Leafs see him swing away, but we'll see. He showed bunt on the first pitch. He shows it again and gets it down up along third. Travis Welker fields and throws Advincula out. He gets his first sacrifice of the season on a nicely accomplished sacrifice bunt on Jonah's part. Into second base goes Lovelace, and the batter will be Spencer Scott. But the short game is and has always been a big part of how the Knights go about what they do. And far be it from me to question a head coach or manager's overall approach to a game and philosophy. It's what the Knights have been built on through the years. They play the short game as well as anyone in this league. They've won 8 West Coast League championships, so there's something in the method. 8 sacrifice hits now on the season for the Corvallis Knights. Spencer Scott takes a little bit high, ball 1-0. Coach Knight wanting to take a couple of shots at it here now, with Scott and Romero, his hitters, against Chaz McWilliams. For the 3rd straight inning, the Knights with a man in scoring position. A 1-1 tie in the bottom of the 5th. They've had runners at third with 1 out, 2 innings in a row and come up empty. Now Ethan Lovelace at second with 1 out. 1-0 to Scott. There he goes to third. The pitch is low. The throw to third is not in time. Are taking advantage, and it's something that I'm sure that Brooke and Ed Nags and everybody picked up on with McWilliams and his slow delivery to the plate. And that's the 3rd stolen base on Chaz. The count, meanwhile, 2 balls and no strikes to Spencer Scott. So for a 3rd consecutive inning, the Raptors pull their infield in. A 3rd consecutive opportunity for the Knights to get the run home. And it's a comebacker fielded by Chaz McWilliams. And he throws to first to Safea Mawai for the out. And there are 2 down. And Kiko Romero will try to make sure that it isn't a 3rd consecutive inning that the Knights failed to get the run home from third with less than 2. Great job by Ridgefield in that respect so far. 2 innings in a row and trying to make it a 3rd with Kiko Romero at the plate. Kiko has struck out and walked. A 1-1 tie, bottom of the 5th inning. The South Division title and home field advantage in the playoffs to the winner of this ball game tonight. The pitch to Kiko, swung on and fouled back over the McGrath family press box and out of play. 0-1. Chaz McWilliams ahead of the count to Kiko. No balls and a strike. With the go-ahead run 90 feet away, represented by Ethan Lovelace, who struck out to open the inning, but got aboard on the wild pitch on the strikeout. Romero takes outside, ball 1, 1-1. Sacrifice to second by Advincula. Spencer Scott, a comebacker, handled by McWilliams, with Lovelace holding at third. Chaz McWilliams and Ridgefield trying to defy the percentages. 3 straight innings they're looking to get out of a runner at third and 1-out situation. Romero swings. This time they won't. A line drive, base hit to left field. Down the line to score is Ethan Lovelace. Doyle Kane gets the ball back in. Kiko Romero comes through, and the Knights lead it 2-1. Going to the well one too many times. Living dangerously, the Ridgefield Raptors. And this time the Knights do execute with a clutch 2-out hit. Mason Lee, the batter. Mason is struck out looking and flied to center. 2-1 Knights in the bottom of the 5th inning. Out of the stretch works Chaz. The pitch is a breaking ball inside. McWilliams did appear in that case, just watching his motion to the plate. Not a true slide step, but he appeared to shorten the motion just a bit, knowing that the Knights have stolen 3 on the fact that he's not especially quick to the plate. But this time a high leg kick, the 1-0 pitch, breaking ball in the turf, ball 2, 2-0. And we'll see again now, Kiko, who runs well, might be of a mind to try to swipe a bag on his own. 2 balls and no strikes with 2 down and a run in. The Knights have regained the lead at 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 to Mason Lee. There goes Romero. The pitch is a strike. Their lead here with another clutch 2-out base hit. Romero with the RBI, his 16th, and has just picked up his 6th stolen base in 7 attempts. 2-1 Knights, bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 the count to Mason Lee. McWilliams set, glances at Kiko, comes to the plate, fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. 2-2. Mason looking for his 12th run batted in. The Raptors scratched their starting catcher, Jacob Sharp, tonight. Jacob, the league leader in RBIs with 21, was originally in the starting lineup. Now Isaac Loving's back of the plate instead. 2-2 the count to Mason Lee. Fastball taken, strike 3 called. The inning is over. But the Knights do regain the lead on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 5, it's the Knights 2 and Ridgefield 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
It's that time of year again. It's Crazy Days. Thursday through Saturday, July 7th through 9th. Shop the Natty Dresser Crazy Days Sidewalk Sale. It's our biggest clearance sale of the year. Up to 75% off on items throughout the store. Extra small through 3X. All up to 75% off. This is a great time to do back to school or even Christmas shopping at a huge savings. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear and great deals on the corner of 2nd and Broad Albin in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success at Crazy Days.
At Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Hi, I'm Katie Albin, and I want everyone to know that at Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Directional boring, to be exact. So if you need to run a pipe underground, under a driveway, or under a sidewalk, and you don't want to destroy your yard in the process, the boring people at Albin's Plumbing can help you with your directional boring. Just give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the sixth inning, the Knights with a 2-1 lead. And the first batter is Trent Prokes, and falling behind, Joey Gartrell with a count of 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, a line drive to left center field. On the move is Jonah Advincula, and he makes the catch to lead things off here in the top of the sixth inning. Trent Prokes flying out to left center, and Austin Cavanis will come to the plate. Cavanis with one of the 3 base hits for Ridgefield in this ball game. The Knights with a 2-1 lead in the top of the sixth inning. Joey Gartrell has gone all the way. The right-hander in one of the biggest games that I'm sure that he's pitched in, delivers a little bit low, ball 1-0. Certainly the biggest game of this 2022 season with the South Division first half title on the line. And he's pitched a gem. He has gone all the way into the sixth. The 1-0 pitch, a little low and inside, ball 2, 2-0, not by much. Cavanis trying to get himself on base. The right-hander Joey rocks, kicks, and comes 2-0, and in that respect and to that end, Cavanis taking all the way, takes a strike. The count 2-1. Mikey Kane on deck, 1 out, nobody on in the sixth. The 2-1 pitch is slashed foul above the head of head coach Chris Cota, outstanding coach at College of the Canyons. Has done a great job down there for 22 seasons. And an outstanding job with the Ridgefield Raptors in this his 3rd year. 2-2 the count to Austin Cavanis. Gartrell to the plate, a ground ball wide of first, fielded by Lavoie. Underhands to Joey Gartrell covering. 2 down. Nice job by Brady Lavoie, a position that he's trying to learn. San Diego State bringing him back home, wants Brady to play some first base. There's a vacancy next year at first base for the Aztecs. And Brady into the portal, leaving North Carolina State to come back to his hometown of San Diego and getting some work as a first baseman this summer with the Knights. The pitch to Mikey Kane, our first action into Urchin Alley tonight. And there's a young man with a Corvallis Knights hoodie on, making a nice play off the wall. Carl Furillo-esque. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch down and away. Now, I didn't see Carl Furillo play the wall at Ebbets, but I've read about it my whole life, and so that's enough for me to know to make a reference to Furillo. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Gartrell delivers, swung on and fouled at the plate. The count 1-2. 2-1 Knights, top of the 6th inning. Gartrell trying to retire the side in order for the 3rd time this evening. The right-hander to the plate, swung on and fouled at the plate. Mikey just did get a piece of it. Mikey Kane is a good-looking young ball player, excited for his future, I will say that. A future that at the moment lists USC as his landing spot after playing for Coach Cota at College of the Canyons. He swings and hits one sharply off the glove of Timo Becerra into left field for a base hit. Kane is wearing the Knights out this weekend, in this series, I should say. And he is at first base with a 2-out single. The Kane brothers themselves have done an excellent job. Doyle had 3 hits in the opening game of the series, the 11-1 romp over the Knights. Doyle Kane. And then Doyle came back and had 3 more hits last night. So Doyle with 7 hits in the series, including 1 in tonight's ball game. Now, brother Mikey with a solid single. First pitch to Safea Mawai is swung on and missed on the changeup from Gartrell. 0-1 the count. The tying run at first with 2 down, represented by Mikey Kane, a 2-out single. The strike 1 pitch to Mawai, swung on and missed in the count 0-2. Safea has grounded to third and flied to left. Left fielder Titus Dimitru standing out in the sunshine in left field, as is Jonah Advincula in center. The strike 2 pitch to Mawai misses away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Safea. Coach Cota goes through the signs at third. And Dimitru is shielding that bright sun with his throwing hand, his right hand, while Big Joey Gartrell reads his battery mate Kiko Romero. The Knights without 3 of their regular catchers tonight due to injury. The pitch is ripped into right field, base hit. Moving over to cut it off is Ethan Lovelace. Stopping at second base is the tying run, Mikey Kane. That's a good 2-strike approach for Safea Mawai. Down in the count 0-2, and ends up getting in a position to rope a in the opener. 3 hits last night, 1 for 2 tonight. Fully 7 hits in the series for Doyle Kane. And he has a chance to chase his brother Mikey home from second and get this ball game even. But before he gets that opportunity, Corvallis pitching coach Bo Kearns will head out to the mound. The temperature cooling off a little bit while the bats heat up for Ridgefield here with 2 outs and nobody on, back-to-back singles. And Bo Kearns to the plate to talk about how to get this guy Doyle Kane out. Trying to remember the Yankees hitter in '78. Paul Doyle, maybe? That wore the Dodgers out in the '78 World Series. Paul Doyle? I remember Lasorda, the late, great Tommy, lamenting Paul Doyle. I think he compared him to Lloyd Wainer or something. He just said, Doyle's up there killing us like he's Lloyd Wainer or somebody. Doyle was a rather obscure player that had his big moment in the sun in the '78 World Series for Bob Lemon's New York Yankees and taking the Dodgers out in 6 games. And Doyle Kane to the plate here now has flied to center and singled to center. He's gone after the first pitch both times and has made good contact both times. So maybe Bo Kearns was talking about, hey, he's aggressive. Let's be careful on the first pitch, perhaps. I have no idea what the message was, but here we go. He takes, does Doyle Kane, a breaking ball strike. 0-1 the count. Perhaps something to anything but a fastball on this guy to open the at-bat. Doyle Kane looking for his 8th hit of the series to try to get this ball game even. 2-1 Knights in the 6th. The strike 1 pitch is tapped towards shortstop, fielded by Spencer Scott, shovels to Mason Lee. The inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, a pitching change break. We'll take a 2-minute pitching change break. The Knights 2 and Ridgefield 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 6th inning, a new pitcher for the Ridgefield Raptors as the temperature cools. The wind picks up, getting a little chilly here, as we all expected, of course, on the 7th of July. The Knights leading by a score of 2-1. Xander Darby, Titus Dimitru, and Brady Lavoie coming up against 6-foot, 185-pound right-hander Aiden Vestby. Vestby out of McQueen High School in Reno. And must be a pretty bright kid. I know most of these young men are. But he is heading off to Embry, or is competing at or going to. Haven't quite divined that. And I think I actually had it written down in the notes in the rain here 2 nights ago. Now blurred on my page. I'll have to look Aiden up again. But Aiden Vestby competing at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Prescott, Arizona. So that's just impressive just to say it. About somebody actually goes to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and it's Aiden Vestby. And he delivers low and inside to Xander Darby. Ball 1, 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 Knights. The 1-0 pitch. Darby pulls one foul Coach Nags' way. Pat Casey and Ed Nags were visiting at length in the dugout before the game. That was one of the things I kind of wanted to ask Pat about, showing a great deal of respect, as I know he has tremendous respect for Brooke, but he was spending a good deal of time with Coach Casey visiting with Ed Nags before the game in the dugout, before spending a little time up here on this, his son John's 37th birthday. And where else would John Casey want to be but in the ballpark, and he's here tonight. Vestby delivers, swung on and missed by Xander. Darby has flied to left, singled to left. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the 6th, 2-1 Corvallis in this title game. Breaking ball, lifted foul off the metal of the top of the upper grandstand. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A nip and tuck affair to settle the South Division first half championship. The 1-2 pitch to Darby. Down and in. Ball 2, 2-2. The second half begins tomorrow. The Knights will be at Vince Jenna Stadium in Bend. The 2-2 pitch taken low and inside, not by much, and Vespi comes off the hill kind of shaking his head. And if a kid who goes to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical thinks it's a strike, he's probably right. 3-2 the count. That was a tough pitch to take, and Xander Darby gets away with it. Now trying to get on base to lead things off of the Knights in the bottom of the sixth. The 3-2 pitch lifted foul off to the left and out of play. I talked to Kelsey Herco, one of the co-owners and GMs of the Bend Elks this morning, and I asked her for the umpteenth time, is it Vince Genna or is it Vince Jenna? She said, well, it was Vince Genna, but now people say Jenna. The son, Mike, of the late, great Vince Genna, likes Mike Jenna, so it's Vince Genna. Will be there tomorrow. The 3-2 pitch grounded back up the middle into center field for a base hit. A leadoff single for Xander Darby. Titus Dimitru to the plate, with the Knights leading 2-1. And we'll see if Brooke Knight is again of a mind to play the short game and ask Dimitru to bunt. He did so last inning, and it ended up working out as the Knights had a couple of chances to get a run home and did, with a man in scoring position. Dimitru does not have a sacrifice hit. He shows bunt and takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Jonah Advincula picked up his first sacrifice of the season last inning. No balls and 1 strike the count to Titus Dimitru. 2-1 Knights, bottom of the sixth inning. Aiden Vespi throws over to first base, and getting back to the bag is Xander Darby. Even the throw over by Vespi is a bit of a sign, I think, that the Knights may not be able to take liberties. Here's a bunt in the air, foul into the stands to our left. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Dimitru, with Coach Knight likely to wave the bunt off here now. 0-2 the count. Brady Lavoie on deck. Out of the stretch works Vespi. And the right-hander's 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. It remains no balls and 2 strikes. Vespi, indeed, out of McQueen High School in Reno. Appeared to be a position player, playing in 31 games and hitting .255 at Embry-Riddle. The pitch on the way misses, and the count 1-2, although that was during his freshman campaign, perhaps converted to a pitcher this past year. The website not easy to navigate, and all of my notes blurred. The work all in vain now, it seems. The 1-2 pitch swung on and tapped foul at the plate. Good job. Again, in a 2-strike approach here by Titus Dimitru. Getting a piece of it to hang in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th inning. The Knights leading 2-1. Xander Darby, a leadoff single. Vespi is much more quick to the plate than his predecessor, McWilliams. Aiden comes to the plate, swung on and missed. Strike 3, 1 away. And that'll bring to the plate Brady Lavoie. Brady is grounded to third and struck out. The baseball Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University website for baseball during the spring of 2022. The first pitch to Brady Lavoie misses for ball 1, 1-0. Okay, lineup. Maybe it wants me to go to the lineup. There we go. Extended hitting. Let me try and find the pitching. Okay, there's Aiden Vespi. I hope to come up with it here shortly. 1 ball and no strikes. Vespi, the third pitcher of the evening for Ridgefield in this title game. Hit and run. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw to second. Out at second base is Xander Darby. A head-first slide on the hit and run. And the pitch was swung on and missed by Lavoie. And Darby is thrown out. 2 down. And Titus Dimitru now with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Or pardon me, Lavoie with a count of 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. But Xander, who had stolen 2 bases earlier in the game in the 4th inning against Chaz McWilliams, does not get nearly as good a jump. It was a hit and run. The pitch was swung on and missed. Now the pitch to Lavoie is hit foul into Urchin Alley over to my right. It moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brady. But the combination of Vespi being much quicker to the plate and a quick transfer and accurate throw by Levings leads to Darby getting caught stealing. The Knights have 4 stolen bases tonight, but fail in their attempt to go 5 for 5. 1-2 to Lavoie. Vespi to the plate. Fastball just off the plate. Vespi took a couple of steps towards the dugout. Still not getting the results that I wanted here for the 21-22 campaign for Aiden. So I'm going to have to let it go and just trust that he's a good pitcher. And he comes to the plate. Breaking ball fouled at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aiden Vespi making his 5th appearance. He's worked 6 innings, 7 hits. This is for Ridgefield this summer. 5 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1-0, and an ERA of 7.50. 2-1 Knights, bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs and nobody on. Waved at and missed on the 1-2 pitch by Lavoie. The pitch was in the turf. The throw to first is in time. And again, the Knights go down. They have a lead, but it's to the credit of Ridgefield's pitching tonight that the Knights' lead isn't a little bit larger. Some opportunities have presented themselves, and the Knights with a slim advantage as we go to the 7th. The Knights go to the bullpen here now, and we'll take a 2-minute pitching change break as they do. After 6, the Knights 2 and Ridgefield 1 in the South Division title game on 1240 Joe Radio.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Easy to switch attachments, a smooth hydrostatic transmission. The BX Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
It's that time of year again. It's Crazy Days. Thursday through Saturday, July 7th through 9th. Shop the Natty Dresser Crazy Days Sidewalk Sale. It's our biggest clearance sale of the year. Up to 75% off on items throughout the store. Extra small through 3X. All up to 75% off. This is a great time to do back to school or even Christmas shopping at a huge savings. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear and great deals on the corner of 2nd and Broad Albin in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success at Crazy Days.
Downward Dog across the Ocean campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today.
Okay, good. Thank you.
10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of new world creativity, like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street, behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 6 innings at Goss Stadium of Coleman Field, the Corvallis Knights 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Ridgefield 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors. To the top of the 7th we go. Right-hander Cam Day out of the University of Utah delivers to Isaac Lovings, who swings and fouls it back. 0-1 the count. Cam back to the plate. The strike one fastball inside. 1-1 to Cam Day. Cam making just his second appearance with the Knights. He was 1-6 with Utah this past spring. 14 starts, part of the weekend rotation for Coach Henderson. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Cam. Breaking ball down, and that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cam's one outing, 2 innings, 3 hits, a run. It was earned with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. 2-1 Knights, top of the 7th. Fastball to Lovings. He fists it foul into Urchin Alley to our right. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Isaac. Riley McCarthy on deck, and Nate Kirkpatrick to follow. No more sun for the outfielders to deal with. The 2-2 fastball just low. I mean just low. Ball 3. Brooke Knight bellowing out of the Knights dugout. Are you sure it was low? That pitch did not miss by much. A matter of an inch at most. 3-2 to Isaac Lovings. Day to the plate. Got him looking anyway. Strike 3 called. This umpire, in fairness, has called the higher strike more regularly tonight, and even pitches that may be slightly off the edge. The knee-high stuff, not so much straight down the middle. But he rings up Isaac Lovings here. 1 away. Riley McCarthy, the batter. Riley has lined out to short and singled home the lone run for Ridgefield. That was in the 5th inning. We're in the 7th inning with the South Division title on the line. The first pitch from Cam Day. Fastball for a strike to Riley McCarthy. 0-1 the count. Riley McCarthy out of Mountain View High School in Vancouver, and the University of Portland started 2 games for Coach Loomis this past spring on the Bluff. The strike 1 pitch, knee high in there for strike 2. 0-2 the count as the winds start to whip up a bit, cooling things off and blowing things around here in the top of the 7th inning. With the Knights leading 2-1, trying to bring home the South Division title after losing the first 2 games of the series to put themselves in a position of needing to win to win. The strike 2 pitch, good job by McCarthy. He fights it off and fouls it to the Omaha room. Part of the amazing growth of this ballpark that Pat Casey and I talked about a little while ago during the broadcast. All of the things when Pat went to work to build this program that weren't here. Casey Corner, the Omaha room, the TNT Builders Party Deck, Goss Stadium. The strike 2 breaking ball just outside. 1-2 the count. Kiko Romero trying to pull that back and get the home plate umpire to ring up McCarthy. But the pitch was away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Riley. Nate Kirkpatrick on deck. 2-1 Knights, top of the 7th. Cam Day following Joey Gartrell's outstanding 6 innings. Cam working with Kiko Romero, Brady Lavoie at first, Mason Lee at second, Spencer Scott at short, Timo Becerra at third. The 1-2 fastball, a ground ball wide of first, fielded by Lavoie, shovels the ball to Cam Day covering. 2 down. Lavoie probably could have let Mason Lee get the ball. Still kind of learning his way around the first base position, but it all works out just fine. There's a little more degree of difficulty involved with the first baseman ranging to his right and needing to make the accurate toss. Looks like we may see a hitter, or not quite sure what the home plate umpire is doing. I was looking down. Is it a hitter? Okay. We do have a hitter for the Ridgefield Raptors. With 2 down and nobody on, Nate Kirkpatrick was the scheduled hitter. First pitch to the pinch hitter for Ridgefield, Steven Espinoza, is fouled up along first in front of the dugout of the Ridgefield Raptors. Espinoza pinch hitting with 2 outs in the top of the 7th, and the Knights leading 2-1. Cam kicks and delivers and misses down and away to Espinoza. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Steven at 188 as he comes off the bench. He has a homer. 6 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch to Steven. Breaking ball in there. Good pitch, and the count 1-2. Espinoza played in 3 games at San Jose State this past spring. Went to Lompoc High School. 1-2 the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Day delivers. Breaking ball, tap foul at the plate. And the count remains 1-2. Timo Becerra, a home run in the 3rd inning. Kiko Romero, a 2-out RBI single in the 5th. Riley McCarthy, an RBI single in the 5th for Ridgefield. Those are the game's runs. 2-1 Knights in the 7th. Fastball hit foul. Espinoza going after his own guys in the dugout on the first base side. The Gene Tanzelli dugout. 1-2 the count. In the outfield for the Knights, Titus Dimitru in left, Jonah Advincula in center, Ethan Lovelace in right. Cam Day in his 2nd inning of work for the Knights. Trying to mow down the Raptors and keep the lead at 1 here in the 7th. Delivers, fastball taken, strike 3 called. The inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning for Cam Day with 2 punch-outs. And the fans will rise to their feet as we go to the bottom of the 7th for the 7th inning stretch. It's Corvallis 2 and Ridgefield 1 with the South Division title at stake tonight on 1240 Joe Radio.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental where she got all the tools she needed, and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 7th inning in the South Division first half championship game. The Knights leading 2-1. Timo easy play for Austin Cavanis, who puts it away. 1 away on the first pitch of the bottom of the 7th. Timo Becerra homered back in the 3rd inning, has since flied to right and now flied to center. And out to the mound comes the head coach, Chris Cota. And he's going to make a call to the bullpen right here and go to the pen with Ethan Lovelace, a left-handed hitter, coming up. And he will call upon a southpaw to trot in from through the gate, beyond the left field fence, and onto the field here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Knights leading 2-1, and the Raptors call upon left-hander Sam Boyle out of the University of Washington. A 2-minute pitching change break with the Knights leading 2-1 in the 7th on 1240 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions.
Thank you.
Having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185 and get in the game.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights!
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial
Okay, so when the game ends, we can just end. Okay, very good. Thank you.
What's important to you? We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
1240 Joe Radio.
Left-hander Sam Boyle gets the baseball. Making his fourth appearance, he's worked just an inning and a third for the Raptors. 1 hit, 2 runs, both earned. The lefty out of Columbia River High School in Vancouver delivers to Ethan Lovelace. And Ethan tries to bunt for a hit for the second time tonight. He bunted out to third in the third inning. He struck out, got aboard on a wild pitch, and scored the go-ahead run for the Knights in the fifth. He bunts foul. No balls and a strike to Ethan Lovelace. The 9-hole hitter, Jonah Advincula, on deck. The left-hander, Sam Boyle, from the stretch and comes to the plate. Misses just outside, ball 1. Sam, a University of Washington commit, 6'2", 190-pounder, heading from Columbia River High to the Huskies. 1-1 to Ethan Lovelace, who swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Knights, a run, 5 hits for Ridgefield, as the teams battle it out tonight here at Goss to settle the first half South Division Championship. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Lovelace takes low. The Knights have never missed the playoffs. They've won 8 championships in their first 15 years in existence. Brooke Knight, the skipper for all 8. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lovelace swings and misses, strike 3, 2 down. And the batter will be Jonah Advincula. Ridgefield, in its second year, made the playoffs last year. The Knights were victorious in the 2-game divisional series before going on to defeat Yakima Valley for their 5th consecutive West Coast League championship. But it's clear that this Ridgefield club has been well put together by Gus Farah and Chris Cota, the head coach. They've been good from the get-go. The pitch to Advincula is dunked into right field for a base hit. A 2-out single for Jonah, his second hit of the ball game. And Spencer Scott will come to the plate. With the Knights leading 2-1. Ridgefield, with a win tonight, would clinch a playoff berth and have home field advantage in the first round. The playoff format is new this year. 4 teams from each division get in for a first round best 2 out of 3. 1 playing 4, 2 versus 3. The 2 winners of the best 2 out of 3 series meet for a 1-game playoff to settle the divisional winner. Advincula goes, the pitch is a strike, and no throw from Isaac Lovings. Jonah Advincula, even with the left-hander Sam Boyle staring him down, gets the jump. And that's 5 stolen bases for the Knights tonight. Advincula with his second. And Jonah now with 11 to lead the club. He's in scoring position with 2 down, giving Scott a chance to drive in what would be a huge run. The strike one pitch to Spencer. Swung on and fouled into the netting against left-hander Sam Boyle. The count, no balls and 2 strikes. There is still incentive for the teams, let's just say Ridgefield, whoever wins this first half. If you have a different winner in the second half, that team would be, for seeding purposes, the number 2 seed, with the 3 and 4 spots filled by the teams with the best next overall records. The strike 2 pitch in the turf, nicely blocked by Isaac Lovings, 1-2 the count. And the 1-game playoff for the championship of each division would be played at the team with the best overall record. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, a 2-out single and a stolen base for Advincula. 2-1 Knights in the 7th. The pitch to Scott, pop foul towards Urchin Alley to our right. And the Urchins give chase. 1-2 the count. Another good crowd here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. And the atmosphere for baseball is indeed second to none. Not according to yours truly, Pat Casey, but ask Tim Corbin and Butch Thompson, the head coaches of Vanderbilt and Auburn, respectively. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Scott, a ground ball right at the first baseman, Safea Mawai, who runs it to the bag. The Knights leave another man in scoring position. They've had opportunities to lengthen the lead and haven't been able to do so. But they do have a 2-1 lead before 1,600 tonight with the South Division title on the line. Cam Day back to the bump. We're getting closer and closer, I would think, to Sean Weiss country. Cam Day was very good last inning. He'll try to be good in the 8th. After 7, it's the Knights 2 and Ridgefield 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany, online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com.
Ooh.
Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
When you think of Albans, you think plumbing. And when you think of plumbing, you think water. Hi, this
Is
is
this
Katie Alvin.
the third
Some
spot
plumbing
of?
projects don't have anything to do with water.
This one, I
At
mean,
Albans
this
Plumbing,
has
we
been
also
a
work with
90-second
natural
break,
gas and
correct?
propane lines.
Correct.
So if
Okay,
you need a
thank
gas
you.
line for home heating, cooking, or for a gas water
15
heater,
seconds.
give us a
Okay,
call.
thank you.
At Alden's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Alden's Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the 8th inning, Travis Welker takes a strike from right-hander Cam Day to get things going with the Knights leading the Raptors 2-1. The strike 1 pitch, strike 2 on the outside corner. Cam Day has done a nice job coming in behind Joey Gartrell, who went 6. Day retired the Raptors in order last inning with 2 strikeouts. He's ahead of Welker 0-2 to lead off the 8th. Cam kicks and comes, fastball up and in, ball 1, 1-2. Welker has flied to center and bounced into a force play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 8th inning, 2-1 Corvallis. The 1-2 pitch, tap foul at the plate. Good job by Welker to keep the at-bat alive. Trent Prokes on deck with Austin Cavaness to follow. The right-hand hitting Travis Welker out of Fresno State takes a breaking ball a little bit up. Ball 2, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on the way, grounded to the left of Spencer Scott. From behind the bag, fires over to Lavoie in time for the out. Good play by Spencer to lead things off in the top of the 8th inning. 4 in a row retired by Cam Day. And that brings to the plate Trent Prokes. The Knights playing without 3 of their regular catchers tonight, although Tyler Quinn in a pinch would be available. Brooke Knight felt. Kiko Romero taking the catching duties. Here's a one-hopper to Spencer Scott at short. Spencer up with it, throws to Lavoie, and gets the speedy Trent Prokes. 2 down in the top of the 8th inning. Prokes had singled to center, lined to short, and flied to center prior to going after the first pitch here from Cam Day. 2 down, nobody on, top of the 8th. Austin Cavanis 1 for 3 for the Ridgefield Raptors. The Knights leading 2-1 in the top of the 8th inning. Kyle Casperson has a shoulder injury. Luca DiPaolo a bit of a thumb injury. Tyler Quinn is hurting a little bit, tired. So it's Kiko Romero. Briley Knight has caught. Caden Siegel has caught, but Caden the scheduled starter in Bend tomorrow. Briley could go, according to Brooke, if absolutely necessary. The first pitch from right-hander Cam Day, a strike to Cavanis. The 0-1 pitch to Austin just outside. 1-1 the count. 2 down, nobody on, top of the 8th. 2-1 Knights in the battle for the first half South Division Championship. Corvallis and Ridgefield. The 1-1 pitch to Cavanis is low. Ball 2. 2-1. Cavanis out of Pleasant Valley High School. Good ball player. Takes the 2-1 pitch away, ball 3, and en route to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. He's been tough. Trying to get on base for another very good player. With the D1 opportunity coming his way, Mikey Kane on deck. The 3-1 pitch to Cavanis taken for a strike, and the count goes full to 3-2. Cam Day trying to retire his 6th straight Raptor. 2-1 Knights, 2 down, bases empty, top of the 8th. Day, young man out of Utah, delivers 3-2, a slicing fly ball to left. Titus Dimitru is right there to make the catch and retire the side. The Knights are 3 outs away from the South Division Championship. They'd love to get to that end. Another run at least as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Through 7.5, the Knights 2 and Ridgefield 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Looking for someone to service your Volkswagen? Independent Auto Works has been taking care of Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if you need just a part, whether your VW is old or new, air-cooled or water-cooled, Independent Auto Works can help. Give them a call or stop by. They're on 13th Street near the OSU campus in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works.
1240 Joe Radio.
Kiko Romero, Mason Lee, Xander Darby, the scheduled hitters for the Knights against left-hander Sam Boyle. Bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Corvallis. The first pitch to Kiko from the southpaw Boyle in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Kiko is 1 for 2. The one, a big one, a 2-out single in the 5th to break a 1-1 tie. And that's the difference in the game. 2-1 Knights in the quest for the South Division title and another berth in the postseason. Kiko takes away ball 1, 1-1. Mason Lee on deck. Sam Boyle, the fourth pitcher of the night for the Raptors, delivers a ground ball that hits the rubber. Fielded by the second baseman, Nate Kirkpatrick, on the high hop off the pitching slab. Throws to first, but too late, and Kiko Romero is aboard. On a base hit back up the middle that hit the rubber and popped high in the air. Kirkpatrick did a good job to stay with it, and now here comes Chris Cota, and I think he's got a call to the bullpen to make, as he doesn't want to let the lefty Sam Boyle pitch to the right-hand hitting Mason Lee. It appears as though we'll see a pitching change break, and we will. So another pitcher coming in for the Ridgefield Raptors, trying to get a read on the young man as he comes in through the gate beyond the left field fence. The Knights looking for a big bit of insurance to take with them to the top of the ninth. The Knights leading 2-1 in the bottom of the eighth. Jeter Sherman is the new pitcher, named after Derek, the captain. Jeter Sherman in. 2-minute pitching change break. Back after this. 2-1 Knights in the eighth on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you going to start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. But if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius
is this the last one, Garrett?
50 seconds.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at Dave'sPerformanceHybrids.com.
Well, I wish I would have asked you to bring it back there, but I didn't. It's my fault. I didn't know if that was a 60 or a 30. So we're playing again. Let's see, Jeter Sherman. Okay. Whew.
15 seconds.
Okay, thank you.
That's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
1240 Joe Radio.
Jeter Sherman is the new pitcher. Mason Lee showing bunt, takes a 1-0 pitch down and away, ball 2 as we welcome you back in. 2-1 Knights, bottom of the 8th inning. Kiko Romero, the runner at first. The 2-0 pitch with the Knights showing bunt. Mason Lee again takes high, ball 3. The Knights dugout has really come to life with Jeter Sherman into the ball game for Ridgefield, making his 8th appearance. And he's fallen behind to Mason Lee, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. Oh, my goodness! Oh, my goodness! That's unbelievable! The 3-0 pitch was a called strike. Impossible. 3-1 the count. That's ball 4. It was way down around the ankles. Sherman ready. The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Okay, he gets to first base anyway. 2 on and nobody out. And the batter will be Xander Darby. That pitch, the 3-0 pitch, was, again, around the ankles. And the home plate umpire just badly missed a pitch. So we all do. We all do. Who can understand his errors? We all stumble in many ways. Now, the pitching coach, Tyler Raskin, is on his way out to the mound for a conversation with Jeter Sherman. Jeter making his 8th appearance, 11 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 8 walks, 21 strikeouts in 11 2/3. A record of 1-1, an ERA of 2.31. Xander Darby is likely up there to bunt with runners at first and second. And nobody out. And Xander conferring with Dan Siegel. Yeah, may have been conferring with Dan Siegel. Actually conferring with Brooke Knight. And we all do stumble in many ways. Xander Darby does not have a sacrifice on the year. He's looking for one now, and he'll get that at least. He may get a base hit out of it, and he will. The throw to first, not in time. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Knights in the bottom of the 8th inning. Xander Darby with a beautiful bunt. The first baseman crashing, Safea Mawai, threw the ball to the second baseman, Kirkpatrick, covering. But a perfectly placed bunt by Xander Darby for a bunt single to load him up. Romero to third, Mason Lee to second, Titus Dimitru the batter. Titus takes down and in, ball one, 1-0. 2-1 Knights, bottom of the 8th inning. Ridgefield with the infield pulled all the way in at the edge of the green here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. 1 ball and no strikes. Jeter Sherman out of the stretch, delivers. Popped up. Infield fly rule is invoked. The first baseman, Mawai, makes the catch. Tough night for Dimitru. He pops out, and the batter will be Brady Lavoie, and that's a huge out. To get an out with the bases loaded and nobody out gives a boost of confidence, to be sure, to this Ridgefield club, but it also puts the double play in order. And Chris Cota is thus able to send his infielders into double play depth to try to get out of it and give themselves a huge lift going to the 9th. Lavoie swings and misses. Both dugouts are alive with emotion. Sherman is a guy who has big-time stuff, it would appear, with the 21 strikeouts in 11 innings. So he got the huge out on Dimitru after walking the second hitter and giving up the bunt single to Xander Darby. Now he pumps a fastball to Lavoie in there for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Bases loaded, bottom of the 8th. Sherman trying to pitch his way through big trouble. The right-hander delivers 0-2, down and in. 1-2 the count. Sherman comes right after the hitter. There's no question about it. He does so with a sense of style and power. Jeter with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out and the bases loaded. 2-1 Knights in the bottom of the 8th inning. Romero at third, Lee at second, Darby at first. The 1-2 pitch. Slashed foul down the right field line and out of play. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jeter Sherman, Spokane Falls Community College. His dad is a Cubs fan, but named his son for the captain. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jeter Sherman working with the bases loaded and 1 out. The Knights trying to increase their lead. Breaking ball got him swinging. 2 down. And the Ridgefield dugout yelling and pointing and holding 2 fingers up. That's 2. That's 2. And they're about out of it. And the Knights have had numerous opportunities tonight with runners at third and less than 2, runners in scoring position, and have come up short. Timo Becerra homered to lead off the third. That's one of the Knights' runs. The other came on a 2-out single by Kiko Romero in the 5th. Now Sherman is an out away from getting through a bases loaded, nobody out mess. Delivers to Timo. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. The psychological boost this gives Ridgefield if they get out of it is gigantic. Mikey Kane, Safea Mawai, and Doyle Kane, the scheduled hitters in the 9th. Bases loaded. 2 down. No balls and a strike to Timo. Breaking ball low, and the count 1-1. Kiko Romero, a base hit up the middle to open the inning. Mason Lee walked. Xander Darby, a bunt single. Dimitru popped out. Lavoie struck out. Now the 1-1 pitch to Becerra. Strike two with a fastball. And Sherman and the Raptors are a strike away from having absolutely all the momentum in the world coming to the plate in the ninth. Getting out of a bases-loaded, nobody-out jam. Timo Becerra will try to battle. He did so on a 2-strike count back in the third before homering. He takes away ball 2, 2-2. Sherman comes right after the hitter. Not wasting any time between pitches. Kiko Romero at third. Mason Lee at second. Xander Darby at first. 2 down. 2-1 Knights. Bottom of the 8th inning for the South Division title. The 2-2 pitch. A line drive to the gap. Into right center field. Base hit. Romero scores. Mason Lee scores. Racing into second with a double is Timo Becerra. The Knights lead it 4-1. Gigantic hit for Timo Becerra. And the Knights with a 4-1 lead. Xander Darby stopped at third. Ethan Lovelace, the batter. The pitch to Ethan is in the turf. Ball 1, 1-0. Becerra with a homer and a 2-run double. If the Knights hang on to win this thing, Blake, you've got your answer. Blake Neiman running the live stream portion of our event. The pitch to Lovelace, a fly ball to shallow right field, a long run for Prokes. He gets there to make the catch. The inning is over, but Timo Becerra comes through. A 2-out, 2-run double. The Knights are 3 outs away from the South Division title. They score 2, they leave 2. At the end of 8, the Knights 4 and Ridgefield 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental, where she got all the tools she needed, and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Cam Day with an opportunity to get the save. The right-hander given that chance as he faces Mikey Kane with a 4-1 lead in the ninth. First pitch to Mikey misses high. Ball 1. Kane is probably going to make Day throw a strike. Cam has faced 6 batters and retired all 6. The 1-0 breaking ball in the turf, ball 2, 2-0. Mikey Kane, Safea Mawai, and Doyle Kane, the scheduled hitters. 2 balls and no strikes. Cam back to the plate, ball 3, 3-0. I suspect that we would be getting close to Sean Weiss' time, but I'm told by Amy Weiss that Sean is still in the dugout. The 3-0 pitch is ball 4, and that is a most inauspicious start to the ninth. A 4-pitch walk. But boy, I'll tell you what, there's still a good deal of pressure, and the lead is not large at 4-1. The 2-run double by Timo Becerra takes a little bit of the anxiousness and edge off of it. But if another player gets on base, that will also change. Safea Mawai, the batter, against Cam Day. A leadoff walk in the top of the ninth. Cam comes set, delivers, and Mawai, not making Cam throw a strike, swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. 0-1 the count. 4-1 Knights, top of the ninth inning. Trying to bring home the first half South Division title after getting caught. Actually, they're still a game up, but if they lose tonight, it's a flat-footed tie, and Ridgefield wins the tiebreaker. The strike one pitch, missing, down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to Safea. With the Knights leading 4-1 in the top of the ninth inning. Before a crowd of 1,600, all leaning in now on each pitch, knowing what's at stake. The outfielders deep for the left-hand hitting Mawai, and fanned out straight away. The 1-1 pitch, a ground ball into left field, base hit. Titus Dimitru over to play it. Stopping at second base is Mikey Kane, and the tying run will come to the plate in the top of the ninth inning. 2 on, nobody out for Doyle Kane, who has flied to center, singled to center, and bounced into a fielder's choice. Kiko Romero on his way out to the mound. I'm told that it's Ethan Ross in the bullpen at the moment, that Sean Weiss, who has been the incredibly reliable one in all aspects out of the bullpen this year, is in the dugout and not down in the bullpen loosening up. So I'm not exactly sure the why and the wherefore of that when Weiss has been the go-to guy in these types of situations so often this year. There could be a reason. It could be just a coach's choice. But as Bo Kearns comes out to visit with Cam Day, it's a quick conversation from Bo as he gets ready to face Doyle Kane. With runners at first and second and nobody out in the top of the ninth inning. Becerra's 2-run double has given the Knights and their fans, well, not reason to breathe easy. They're breathing easier than had Sherman been able to get through without giving up that 2-run double. Doyle Kane at the plate with nobody out. Cam Day delivers, a check swing taken, down and away, ball 1, 1-0. Ridgefield has had a tremendous season offensively, leading the West Coast League in batting average and in home runs. The Knights pitching staff has done an excellent job so far tonight. The 1-0 pitch to Doyle is in there for a strike, and the count 1-1. Kane appeared to be taking all the way. With a 4-1 lead in the ninth, a leadoff walk to Mikey Kane. Safea Mawai, a base hit to left. Now 1-1 to Doyle Kane. Cam from the stretch, the right-hander to the plate. Hits slowly towards the shortstop, Spencer Scott, and he goes to Mason Lee for the out at second, the only out he could get on the slow chopper his way. But it is an out on the fielder's choice, 6-4. 1 away. Isaac Lovings, the batter. Lovings is 0 for 3 and has struck out 3 times. But the tying run still at the plate now, represented by Isaac Lovings with 2 on and 1 out in the top of the ninth inning. The Knights with a 4-1 lead. Lovings has some pop with 3 homers on the year. Breeze is blowing out towards left center field. The pitch to Isaac taken high, ball 1, 1-0. 4-1 Knights in the top of the ninth inning. 2 outs away from bringing home the South Division Championship. But not surprisingly, this outstanding Ridgefield club putting pressure on the Knights to the end after winning the first 2 games of the series to force this winner-take-all matchup. A throw to first base. Safea Mawai back to the bag. 1 ball and no strikes to Isaac Lovings. Riley McCarthy on deck. Cam Day from the stretch delivers high. Ball 2, 2-0. Big pitch right here for Cam Day. He walked Mikey Kane on 4 pitches to open the inning. Gave up a base hit to Safea Mawai, the ensuing hitter. Now first and third, 1 out, 2-0 to Lovins. Cam comes set, comes to the plate. Swung on and missed, and the count 2-1. Riley McCarthy, a right-handed hitter on deck. 2 balls and a strike to Lovins, the Knights infield at double play depth. 1,600 fans peering in anxiously here in the top of the 9th with the Knights leading 4-1. Fastball swung on and missed, and the count 2-2. The Raptors playing without one of their top hitters, one of the more powerful hitters in the league, and Jacob Sharp, who was a late scratch from the starting lineup. Isaac Lovings, the catcher, has gone 0 for 3. 2-2 the count with 2 on and 2 out. Day delivers, lifted foul off first towards the Omaha Room grandstand, and a nice catch by a young fan who brought his glove and puts it to good use and gets a standing ovation from his young teammates and friends in the Omaha Room grandstand. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on and 1 out. Top of the 9th inning, 4-1 Knights. Trying to bring home the South Division title. Cam Day from the stretch delivers high. Ball 3, 3-2. Riley McCarthy, who has a run batted in, the only run of the game for the Raptors. He drove it in the 5th. Riley is on deck. 3-2 the count to Isaac Lovings. First and third, 1 out. Cam Day ready, delivers, fastball, got him swinging. 2 down. Cam Day and the Knights are an out away from clinching the first half South Division title and winning it before second half play gets underway tomorrow. Riley McCarthy has lined to short, singled home a run, and grounded out to first. McCarthy standing in, representing the tying run here in the top of the 9th inning, with the Knights leading 4-1. The pitch, fastball up and in, ball 1. First base coach Nick Allen walking towards the Ridgefield Raptors dugout, vacating his post and coming over to say something to somebody within the dugout. McCarthy has a homer and 11 runs batted in. First and third, 2 down, top of the 9th inning, 4-1 Corvallis. Cam Day ready. The 1-0 fastball in there for a strike. The count 1-1. Steven Espinoza, the on-deck hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on and 2 out. Mikey Kane at third, Safea Mawai at first. They were at first and third. The runner at third base is Mikey Kane. Doyle Kane, the runner at first. So the Kane brothers on the base paths. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Riley McCarthy. Cam Day from the stretch delivers a breaking ball in there. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. Day and the Knights are a strike away from winning the South Division first half title. And the fans stomping their feet, clapping their hands, trying to help Cam and the Knights bring it home. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 9th, 4-1 Knights. Day from the stretch. Cam delivers the 1-2 fastball very high. Kiko Romero coming out of the crouch to snag it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Day feeling it a little bit and clearly kind of reached back and overthrew. Now trying to settle back in and make the out pitch to win it for the Corvallis Knights in the 9th. 4-1 Knights, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Cam Day out of the stretch, trying to end it here. Delivers 2-2, fastball! Got him swinging, and the Knights have won the first half South Division championship. They needed to win 1. They spotted Ridgefield 2, but when they needed to at home, they won it. Cam Day strikes out Riley McCarthy, and the Knights have clinched another playoff berth. The Knights win it with a tremendous ball game here tonight. They were at home for the finale, and they get it done. The Knights win 4-1 to win the first half championship, and that means that tickets will go on sale tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for the playoffs, powered by Pioneer Connect. The Knights will have home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs, no matter what ensues over the next 26 games. The second half of the season begins in Bend tomorrow night. Great ball game here tonight, with the Corvallis Knights getting a home run and a 2-run double from Timo Becerra, who is our Washington Park Advisors player of the game. Excellent pitching from Joey Gartrell and a 3-inning save for Cam Day. Becerra, the offensive player of the game, with the homer and 2-run double. And the Knights have won the first half and clinched a playoff berth. The Knights having done so for the 15th consecutive season of West Coast League baseball. The Knights win it 4-1 and establish themselves as the first half South Division winner, which means they'll have home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs coming up in mid-August. Big ball game and a good one before 1,600. An exciting game, and we look forward now to seeing you when the Knights come back. They're going to be on the road for a stretch, going on the road for 3 in Bend beginning tomorrow night. We'll have the call right here on 1240 Joe Radio beginning at 6:25. 3 in Bend, 3 in Edmonton, and 3 in Wenatchee, with a makeup game July 18th against the Portland Pickles at Walker Stadium at Lentz Park, July 18th, before coming home. The next home game for the Knights will not be until July 19th against Cowlitz. A big win for the Knights. Thanks for joining us. They clinched the South in this winner-take-all South Division title game. Our final score, the Knights 4 and the Raptors 1. We'll talk to you tomorrow night in beautiful Central Oregon from Vince Jenna Stadium in Bend. For Garrett Dworshak and Pat Casey, who joined us, this is Mike Parker thanking you for riding along as the Knights won a thriller. Corvallis 4, Ridgefield 1. The Knights are the first half South Division champions. See you tomorrow.